Yeah, I wanted to confirm also, Wendy, that that's right discrimination. That that idea of divided attention, the practice of dividing attention in that way, even if the self is elusive or being aware of being is elusive completely, you don't know what the fuck we're talking about. Okay, that's fine. That's kind of that's where we start and are there for a long time. So forget about the silence of being for now, because also in the fourth way, that's not the direct path. So okay, the self is not clear. Okay, but then what do I do? And then this being more and more present to the phenomenal now, extracting yourself from imagination more and more. And as you find yourself aware of the phenomenal now, to divide attention, even as a worker, hey, just divide your attention. So you're not losing, you don't put everything in the sound, or you're not putting everything in the feeling. There is this, also a preliminary practice that Gurdjieff talks about is this thing, to be aware of this, of the thinking, of the sensation and body, and of the world. And usually we are just aware of one. At best, we are aware of one of them. At worst, we are veiled by daydreaming, and we are not quite aware of anything. So we're trying to minimize the time we spend in this checked out. Once we are more checked in, a worthy effort is to encompass in your sense of noticingness the body content, the mind content, and the world content. Yeah, so they are all now not fragmented. They're all attended by the awareness, although you are not clear that you are the awareness, and you are not clear that what is this awareness, but however you are raising your level of wakefulness doing that. And that idea of divided attention in that way, that is very practical, and it's a reliable plank to serve. And that will lead you to something else. Now, as one of my favorite exercises that may, so playing there or giving attention to what I'm going to tell you, that will have mysterious effects, and it may trigger a glimpse. A glimpse being is that which is aware, it recognizes itself. So the exercise is, actually I'll give this the short story about it, is that I was coming to Francis Lucille some time ago, and I was telling him, hey, I'm doing this to not be in imagination. I was telling him I'm trying hard to notice as thoughts arise, and I found out from various teachings that it's good to notice as thoughts arise and not to go along with them. But it's very hard because they arise. It's hard, challenging, and often I never catch as they arise. But I hear from many traditions that that's a worthy effort. And what do you think of that, Francis? I wanted him to confirm. And he said, yeah, that's good. It's good. But try the opposite. And I was, huh? What? What do you mean? And he said this. So that's what I recommend for you. The opposite meaning, instead of trying to catch the arising of an eye, of a thought, to be interested on the back end on the disappearing of a thought. And he was telling me, as I'm going about the day and I catch myself in daydreaming, and as just this awareness of that thing, that will be kind of the last one, and that will be a wave reaching the shore. This appearance of a voice or something or a thought that will dissipate. And he said, notice that, man. Notice that. Notice how it dissipates, and that, notice that mysterious interval until the next thought arises. Catch the disappearance of thought. Notice the gap. And for me, that was very helpful. And this is slightly even more in some effortless effort somehow. And as that fades away, you are right there. That's your true nature. That's just simply being, and there's no object. And so you get tuned into noticing that. So try that.